Yeah. She wanna ball with a nigga like me. 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 Hit the mall with a nigga like me. Take a trip with a nigga like me. Smoke good weed with a nigga like me. She wanna ball 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 with a nigga like me. Hit the mall with a nigga like me. Take a trip with a nigga like me. Smoke good weed with a nigga like me. She wanna ball 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 with a nigga like me. Hit the mall with a nigga like me. Take a trip with a nigga like me. Smoke good weed with a nigga like me. She wanna ball with a nigga like me. Take a trip with a nigga like me. Shop overseas with a nigga like me. Counting this money, it's hard to believe. Rolling so cold, la mama can't breathe. Ice on my neck and that 40 with me. Shawty with me and she down for the team. She fucking and stripping for love of the green. Pump your brakes, a little too late. Tryna get the cake, nigga, fuck while I wait. A nigga tryna eat, steak on the plate. No duct tape, take one to the face. Leave no trace, they got no case. So la mama, she rolling and fucking the team. Counting the money and bagging the green. Serving the junkies and serving the fiends. In it two in it, been pimpin' since pimpin'. These niggas be trippin', these niggas ain't shit. On the phone, tipping on vote. Cause in this switch I'm blowing that joke. I make her, I break her, bitch, give me some more. She say she from Syndical, trying to get dope. I told her I train her and show her the ropes. It's been a long time, but we hiking the slopes. Sitting on smokes, whipping up jokes. Tipping real slow, sipping that syrup, blowing that joke. Eyes low, hand that hand on that folk. They don't want it, we can go toe to toe. Bring them guns out, nigga, and go straight to woke. Pussy nigga, I ain't playing, boy. Pussy nigga, I ain't playing, boy. She wanna ball with a nigga like me. 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 Hit the mall with a nigga like me. Take a trip with a nigga like me. Smoke good weed with a nigga like me. She wanna ball 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 with a nigga like me. Hit the mall with a nigga like me. Take a trip with a nigga like me. Smoke good weed with a nigga like me.
She wanna ball with a nigga like Pound. She wanna roll with a nigga like me. No nigga gon' hold a bitch down. And she love that a nigga in the streets. She don't fuck around with the broke boys. She just want a little nigga with cheese. Took a bad bitch home to the mall. After me and my bros went out to eat. Down there smoked a whole pound. Man, I swear a nigga got no sleep. I just fucked her all night. Left her wrapped up in the sheets. Up at 6 o'clock in the morning, stuffing money down in my jeans. Yeah, it's time to get back to this money. Yeah, it's time to get back to the team. Rolling a couple of blunts, brushing my teeth and grabbing the keys. Come back in a couple of days and taking a trip to the beach. Yeah, plenty of bottles and plenty of weed. She loving America, she from the sea. She don't roll with the lane, she still with the G. She scaling it back and it's separate for me. And that money don't fall when she get it to me. A nigga, I just got bands for me. These niggas don't stand a chance for me. You know I got the K with me. She like that's okay with me. She say that she a ride for me. But would you die for the team? If I die, would you still ride with them?
She wanna ball with a nigga like me. 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 Hit the mall with a nigga like me. Take a trip with a nigga like me. Smoke good weed with a nigga like me. Like me. She wanna ball with a nigga 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 like me. Hit the mall with a nigga like me. Take a trip with a nigga like me. Smoke good weed with a nigga like me. Like me.
She wanna ball with a nigga like me. Wanna hit the mall with a nigga like me. You know I'm blowing gas in my tank on E. And I'm riding around with the thing on me. All the gang with me, sipping on this Remy, toting on the send me. Who fucking with me? Really not many, maybe not any. Cause bro niggas make me sick.
She wanna ball with a nigga like D. She wanna ball with a nigga like me. Yo bitch all on a nigga like me. Drink a tall nigga, nigga not tea. Chris Paul nigga, stick some D. With the team on Front Street, count these fists, come ball with me. Yo bitch all on a nigga like me. In the cut with that bean, 30 shots coming fuck with me. Sipping on the Remy, feeling hella dizzy. Tell yo bitch come and ball with me. Tell yo bitch come and ball with me. TeamYb, man.